What should I say?
Hey, what's up?
Hello.
I'm Robert.
I'm Kyra.
And we are evenly yoked. And today we're going to talk about Skip Bayless, his view on marriage, and his priorities. My wife hasn't seen this video yet, but I think it should be interesting what she sees and what she thinks from it.
Yeah, I read the title, but that's about it.
Alright, let's see.
Let's see what Skip is saying. Oh, so this is his show by himself.
Yeah, he got a show without Shannon Sharp.
Now allow me to go deep. The reason I have so appreciated Tom Brady operates on several personal levels for me. A family level and an age level. If you'll excuse the digression, I chose in my 20s, as I was coming up in this business, to not have children. I married not my high school sweetheart, but my junior high sweetheart, and one reason we didn't make it was I knew she wanted kids, and I knew the deeper I got into my career, I just couldn't have kids. I am obsessed to this moment with what I'm doing right here, right now, with you. I live for this. It's my whole life. It's my calling. It's not a job. It's my passion. It's what I was born to do and what I want to continue to do as long as my personal situation will allow it.
I don't know what he was alluding to when he said his personal situation. But what do you think
as
about
long
what he...
as
What do you
the
think
other
about
wife
what he
and him
said?
don't get divorced.
No, that's not what he's talking about. They're not getting divorced.
Okay. No, you know that almost...
What do you think about how he decided he want to put off, I mean, not put off, but completely decide against having kids?
Yeah.
So that he can just follow his, pursue his career for his entire life.
Well, I mean, everybody doesn't want to have kids.
At all?
At all. And
so you didn't want to have no kids at all?
Oh, no. We wanted to have kids. I wanted to have kids because I knew I wanted to create a legacy.
Mm-hmm.
That was important to me. I grew up, seeing my parents married, having kids, so forth. But some people don't want to, and I had to understand that it was better for them to realize that they didn't want them and didn't want to have them than for them to have them and realize they don't want them.
Oh, that's right. He's going to allude to that here shortly in this video. So maybe we'll clue back in with what he's saying.
And then after that relationship ended, my first marriage, I had a longer term relationship with another woman. And in the end, she just had to have children. I said, I can't. I tried to get there and I couldn't get there. I just knew I was going to have to move up.
And those little rascals keep coming
up. And I just knew that if I continued to work nights and weekends the way I do, obsessively, that I'd be a horrible father. I'd be as horrible a father as my father was for other reasons. And I wasn't going to inflict that upon kids.
And that's real though. That's a big thing that you're able to be that honest with yourself.
Yes, and that's true. You gotta be honest with yourself. But like I said, there's the thing is all the decisions we make, especially ones that are like emotional and things like that, they usually spawn from something else, I think. And he told you right there. It may not have been that he didn't really want kids, but he saw the relationship he had with his dad.
Yeah, he didn't want to be a bad dad.
He didn't want to be a bad dad because he didn't think he had it in him to be a good dad because of the dad he had. Like for example, like we've seen, it can go one way or the other. You can have a bad dad or an absent dad,
mm-hmm.
and you can turn out just like him, or you can be scared you're going to turn out like him, or you can have a bad dad and you be the total opposite, and you say, hey, I'm not going to be like my dad, I'm going to be the best father, and da-da-da. Skip chose not to be the bad dad. He just chose not to be a dad at all.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Let's check out what he's saying.
Not fair, not worth it. No. I'm married to this. Then I met my wife Ernestine 17 years ago in New York City.
It's always what right
On
now.
our first date, if she will attest, I said, hey, if this happens to go anywhere, I'm sorry, but I'm declaring myself up front. You'll always be number 2 to my job, which is my life.
Like that's the
my passion.
what do you say? I gotta.
So how you feel about that?
Well,
hey, how about you being second place to my job? You like that?
No, I mean no.
Well, it's the truth.
No,
though.
it's
you have to be purpose driven as a man.
But you
and
have
that's
to be
why
purpose driven.
That's why she likes him the way she do.
No,
It
because your whole purpose should be to. Your whole purpose should be to honor God and make me happy and keep our family thriving.
Is that so?
Yeah, it should be to honor. Yeah, because no woman wants to be with a man that doesn't want to ultimately make her happy. And all the time, make her happy ain't always, give her what she wants all the time.
You ain't happy when I go to work all the time.
Right,
It's not about making you happy. It's about taking care of you, protect, provide, provision.
Right. But it's also not about having birthday parties or family functions and you're never there because you gotta work. Mm-hmm. There's not that much work in the world, and you have to learn how to balance because you have to. You just have to, or either I think you'll be emotionally detached, basically. But what he made me think of in the beginning was how he was saying he made me think of Bible. I don't know. He made me think about Paul. You know how Paul said, "I'd rather he never had sexual intercourse." Or anything because he was like he had to be spiritually driven. Like
Skip was clearly having sex. I mean, these women was wanting some kids.
No, but I'm just saying he was just so he was so focused on his spiritual relationship that he said he couldn't have anything else, divert him from that. And it was like Skip just made me think about like that's how. He was like Paul, like.
That's real. You'll never find no man that's directed on his purpose that can't find him a woman that want to ride. Yeah. It's always gonna be that way.
Right, because we do see y'all, like sometimes it's a bad thing. Sometimes we try to get with y'all for what we see you will be. But in the same, we do have to see that y'all have vision. That maybe you have vision and then we want to ride with that, Yeah,
every
if
woman,
you don't have no vision, I don't want to get on.
Every woman wants to be with a man of vision. Everybody wants to be Coretta. Everybody wants to be Betty Shabazz. Every woman wants that. You don't want to be.
I mean that comes with a lot of stuff.
You don't want to be Mrs. Pookie from up the street. Nobody cares about that.
Well, I guess everybody.
Nobody cares about that.
Wants to people rock, be beside.
You right. Everybody want to be Michelle.
Be beside Michelle.
And every man want to be a purpose-driven, successful man. So that sounds like a win-win. Yes.
Yeah, I mean they both gotta want to.
Let's finish what he's talking about.
She was taken aback. She said, "Okay, I got it." She'd like to say now she's become 1A, but only 1A. To my obsession. Brady has been obsessed with football. In many ways, he's the greatest overachiever ever because he wasn't born with the greatest amount of athletic ability. It's better than a lot of people give him credit for, but still, he's got a nice arm, above average arm.
You think he's going into Tom Brady and all of that right now?
Cannon.
So we're going to end that for right now. Yeah, we're going to end that.
Yeah, well.
So what do you think about Skip Bayless's view on his priorities as far as marriage and children are concerned?
I mean, thank him for his honesty. I would be his woman. But no, I mean, I appreciate his honesty. And I think that's what his wife likes about it. I don't know how old they were, when they decided to get together.
Well, Skip was like 70 or so now, so he would have probably been
17 years ago. He was only,
50 something.
So that can, be a contributing factor. But I mean, from what I know, no woman no woman really wants to come second place. I know there's all of this weekend stuff, or I'll be your second chick, and no, nobody wants that. You do that because you think that's all you're worth, or you think that's all you'll get,
Mm-hmm.
and so you just settle. Like one of my things said, one of my quotes, uh, it says either they'll wake up to what does it say, Lord? It's on my phone. Or it says don't settle. Either they will wake up to the fact that you are worth more, or you will.
Well, there you go. There you have it. That's our opinion on what Skip Bayless said about marriage and his putting it off to have kids, or not having kids at all, rather. I think that it's an admirable thing to be that honest with yourself.
Yeah.
I think that there's absolutely nothing wrong with a purpose-driven man. Should always be purpose-driven, and again, you'll always find somebody who's willing to ride along and be great right next to you. And I guess that would lead. I guess that would lend to the old saying that behind every good man is a great woman, or something like that.
Or it says beside, not behind.
However it was. whichever of the two it was,
Yeah.
whether it be a good man or a great man, or a good girl or a great girl. Stand on whatever it is you want to do. Be honest and forthright. I think there's nothing wrong with that. It would have been nothing worse than for him to go ahead and have them kids.
Yeah.
And just to satisfy some woman who wasn't going to understand what he was trying to build.
Yeah, or some societal, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. But anyway, I think we're going to go ahead and end it here. I'm Robert. This is Kyra. We're evenly yoked, and this is a place where we try to build relationships and heal and try to do things like that. That make any sense?
That makes sense.
That make a little bit of sense.
Yeah.
All right. Comment, like, subscribe, all of that stuff. Peace.
Bye.